This is episode 2, the anxious type. Sis, this is your sign. Do you find yourself constantly wondering if they really care? Overthinking texts, calls, or even those small silences? Maybe making up scenarios to make the silence make sense to you, right? You're not alone and you're not broken. This is actually what happens to so many people that have experienced unhealed trauma in childhood. Hello, my name is Kadian, president and founder of InspireHer Foundation.
Hello, my name is Rachel, and I am the VP of the InspireHer Foundation. And on today's episode, we're talking about the anxious personality type and why your heart feels like it's on high alert in some relationships. The anxious type, why would we be talking about that? Because, sis, we really do deal with this. So, what is the anxious type? You know that feeling in your mind where you just won't stop spinning after you text someone, like they don't respond right away. Like there's a little voice in your head that says, "Did I do something wrong? Or are they just losing interest?" That is the anxious type showing up. The anxious type craves closeness and constant reassurance. They deeply value connection and they often fear losing it. So they worry about abandonment, they overanalyze every situation, and even those little messages sometimes. They are really hard at people pleasing. Actually, this actually comes easy to them because it's just to help keep the peace or the attention in their lives. But let's make it real for a moment. As an anxious attachment type, you may be asking yourself over and over the same question because maybe you didn't get an answer right away, or maybe you felt like it was just too much for them to accept. You're looking for acceptance and someone to say, "I am proud of you," to feel better about something you did personally. Or maybe you feel guilty for taking time to yourself, like self care is somehow selfish. It's not, ladies. This hits deep because most anxious attachments are caregivers, striving to take care of others mentally and physically until we're pouring out of an empty cup ourselves. And sometimes love feels conditional. Like, ladies, let's be honest. Like, you have to do a little extra to deserve it, to earn it from someone. Have you ever felt like that? Working hard for acceptance and appreciation. Maybe you're a gifter and you gift people things, hoping that the other person will love you more because of what you bought them. But here's the truth: anxious energy isn't a flaw, it's actually a pattern. A pattern rooted in your past attachment experiences. Moments where love might have been inconsistent, unpredictable, and even uncertain. Most likely, it was from your childhood, having to depend on unreliable caregivers and often our parents. Facing consistent thought, are they really going to take care of me or not? So the chaos actually follows us into adulthood. And now your heart is trying to protect it.
Oh my God, Rachel, like you just hit the nail on the head right now because a lot of people can definitely relate because childhood trauma is a thing, okay? And a lot of people struggle to overcome these traumatic experiences that shows up in chaotic behavior into adulthood. And as you said, facing that constant thought, are they going to take care of me or not? Can you imagine as a child how alone that must feel? And then you're now evolving to an adult, but still carrying that little childlike self with you. The chaos does follow you into adulthood, ladies. But guess what? You're gonna protect your heart, okay? And now, how can the anxious trait shows up in relationship, you may ask? And, with my personality type, and I guess maybe at the end of the series, I would love for you guys to tell me what personality type you think I have. But anxious traits don't just appear in romantic love. Okay? They're weaved through every type of connection that you have, like every single one. So let's take a deep dive into them. Now, in romantic relationships, though, it can look like clinginess, you know, fear of distance, or needing constant reassurance for every little thing. Looking at every expression, every sigh, smile, straight face, and always thinking you're either too much or maybe you're the problem. Even though, honestly, ladies, you're not. You know, you may feel that way. You may also seek to have their presence all the time and not respect their space at all. Can you identify with any of that in your relationship? Let us know, okay? You might even think if they don't text me back right away, something is wrong. Like, how could they not respond right away? Are they ignoring me? They must think I'm not important. Okay? You cultivate these scenarios in your mind to make it all make sense to you. But really and truly, queens, it's your nervous system reacting to past emotional gaps. Remember, we talk about that childhood trauma. Okay? Those undealt with trauma, the unhealed part of your life that really is the root of it all. Now, in your friendships, okay, it may show up as overgiving. And Rachel mentioned that earlier. Okay, give, you just want to give, give, give. You're always being the dependable one, even when you're running on empty. Now, my father always say, how can you give from an empty cup? And in this case, you can't be giving on an empty cup, right? On the other hand, you're probably the one who is always there because you just want to be accepted and appreciated. And sometimes I think that's kind of because we struggle to accept and appreciate ourselves. You know, you often stay in these toxic friendships, even though they're minimal effort and actually very detrimental to your mental health. You might over apologize or shrink yourself just to keep the peace with them. Is that really what a friendship is? Is that how you want your friendship to look like? And then another type of relationship now are family dynamics. Now, ooh, this is a hard one for a lot of people. I know sometimes it's a hard one for me too, because your family is the people you were born into. You know, you didn't make the choice. You didn't handpick these persons like how you handpicked your relationships and your friendships. So in family dynamics, anxious energy can show up as hyper responsibility, you know, feeling like you have to ensure that everyone is okay, or even constantly questioning if you're good enough. Being the one who helps everyone because you feel like that is the only way they will be okay. Overall, this also enables others to not value you and your boundaries, okay? But, Queen, I'm here to tell you that the first step to healing is recognizing these patterns, okay? We got to do the work. We got to quiet the outer and awaken the inner so we can recognize these patterns. Because guess what? When you see them, you can literally stop reacting from fear. Because fear is just an acronym for false evidence appearing real. And in doing that, you can start responding from a place of strength. Okay? You start really seeing your worth and know that it's time to heal you. Healing from your past, though, will definitely overall help you with your future self. Because remember, as I mentioned, you have that childlike um, energy inside right now. But once we start healing, your future self can release the child's trauma. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be quick? No. It's a marathon, not a sprint, okay? I said what I said, ladies. It's time to break the cycle. Let's break the cycle. Recognizing these patterns, though, is the first step to breaking these cycles and protecting your emotional well-being.
Oh my gosh, that really hit home, especially for me. So, for our viewers out there, I am an anxious healing attachment. I am going through all this. So, this has really hit home for me, and it's really helped me to recognize what I need to do to not continue that toxic cycle of friendships that are really not good for me. So, here are some ways that have helped me and can also help you to heal and build security within yourself. So, healing anxious attachment styles doesn't mean becoming less emotional. It means learning how to be safe inside yourself, even when that love feels uncertain or at oftentimes silent. So, here are three ways to start building that security. Things that have actually helped me. Self validation. Ooh, that's a big one. Like, I need to learn that I was valuable, and ladies, so are you. So instead of waiting for someone else to reassure you, start practicing it yourself. Tell yourself, I am valuable. I need to take time to heal. I don't need to take care of everyone else's problems. I need to be kinder to myself. And I'm okay if someone else pulls back. I'm still worthy, even if I may not be the chosen one. Boundaries, ladies. Ooh, is a big one because people were learning not to respect my boundaries. So, boundaries are so crucial for learning your self respect and learning about how other people are going to respond to you. Saying no does not make you unloving, it makes you self respecting. Boundaries create a way for others to know where you draw the line on your own self respect. People will value you as much as you value yourself. So, ladies, get your boundaries in line and stick with them. When I say stick with them, I mean don't falter from them. Don't give in. Saying no to others teaches them that you are a person who knows what you want and you aren't afraid to stick up for yourself and for your values. Give yourself permission to rest. Disconnect from people. I know this is really big, especially since we're anxious. Disconnect from people and choose your peace without feeling guilty at all. Also, there's a lot of things that I have done to help my overall mind and self soothing tactics. Journal your thoughts before reacting to them. Write how you feel and how you can respond in a positive light from a place of true healing. Knowing your triggers is going to help you heal big time. So being mindful of those can help you heal better because you recognize right away before they get out of control, before they spiral, before you start doing the overthinking. Write it down, speak over it, and claim peace that you deserve. Speak daily affirmations to yourself in the mirror. Maybe as you're walking. Walking's great for you. Exercise is great too. Pray daily about it. Engage in deep breathing exercises. As Katie was saying before in the last video, take those deep breaths, these in and outs, because that overthinking is a relationship killer for real. It can kill every relationship that you can ever experience. So that gut feeling, like that slight raise in your heart rate, that's a trigger to your trauma. So let's learn to control that emotion, ladies. All right?
Oh, Rachel, yes. Yes, I can definitely relate. The overthinking is a relationship killer for real. Okay, we gotta control that emotion. Thank you so much. Now, queens, now let's take a moment to pause, okay? To breathe. Smell the roses, and now we're gonna blow out the candles. And then ask yourself, where in my relationships am I giving my power away? And where can I choose peace over panic? Okay. Queens, I challenge you to write it down and reflect on it, okay? Where in my relationships am I giving my power away? And when we write these questions down and we're reflecting and answering them, let us try to quiet the outer, okay? Silence the outer world, awaken the inner, because that is how we are definitely going to be able to get to the root of what's truly transpiring inside. And also remember, where can I choose peace over panic? And if you're ready to grow through it, Queens, share your reflections with us in the comments or in the Inspire Her community. Because honestly, ladies, you do not have to heal alone. This is why we created this platform. Let's heal together, okay? Now, if this spoke to you, sis, this is your reminder that you're not too much. You're not just learning to love without losing yourself. This is your sign to stop living in anxiety and start practicing emotional freedom. Okay? Now, don't miss next week's episode. We're uncovering the avoidant personality type, the ones who seem distant when you want closeness. Honestly, it's going to be eye opening, okay? Now, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell button, like, and share. And please, let's heal in the comments, okay? Until next time, bye.
Bye.